Let me. Yo, what up, good people? Let me go ahead and get the intro kicked off, because you know how we do all the time. The Strategically Reckless Podcast. Let's get the countdown. Yeah, what up, good people? Welcome to another episode of the Strategically Reckless Podcast. I am your host, Jay Brown, aka Mr. 710, and we are back up in this thing once again. Yo, listen when I tell you. You go ahead and get one of these air horns. Get that air horn off right quick. Make sure we still working. Alright, so this ain't gonna be a long one today. I ain't gonna keep you too long. Got a little bit to talk about in a short amount of time, but I'm gonna go ahead and get it in. Look, check this out. We want to thank everybody for listening on Instagram, on Facebook Live, on YouTube Live. If you're listening via iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon, anywhere where you get your podcast, go ahead and leave me a review, rated 5 stars. I greatly appreciate it. And yo, let's go ahead and get this thing going. So, on tonight's show, we're going to do since last week, as usual. We're going to talk about weight hate. We're going to do story time with Jay. We're going to talk about some skating fails. And then, man, see Magic, what's going on. Shout out to one of the greatest comedians. I mean, not comedians, but magicians. He's funny too. One of the greatest magicians that I've ever met. If y'all go back, he was on the show, I think 2 years ago. It's on YouTube. The C Magic Show. It's under the 710, the Slickville Show. This man pulled a whole quarter out his nose. I don't know how he did it. He ate it, and then it came out his nose. But hey, he do some amazing magic. Go ahead and book this man for, if you in the Atlanta area, he might travel. Somewhere else. We'll book him. It'll be well worth it. That magic is something else. It is something else. We also gonna talk about Ja Morant before we get about this thing. I'm gonna talk about Ja Morant. And before I get going, hey, keep that same energy t-shirt. It's courtesy of the 710 print shop. You can go ahead and order yours. We got the concrete color. We also have we have it in maroon as well. But keep that same energy all 2023. If you got a problem with something I said, cool. I'm still gonna keep this same energy. But hey, man, there's no problem, man. I appreciate you coming on, man, and putting on the show for us. It was great. And if it wasn't, I wouldn't tell people to book you. What up, Easy? But look, since last week, everybody that has Facebook, they usually get this notification where, you know, your memories pop up. And one of the memories that popped up today was the time in which my friends and I did this. We were the 5 Heartbeats at this Alpha Oscars event. Now, the Alpha Oscars event was, it was back when I was in school. I think it was like 2001. They had these Alpha Oscars. What up, baby? Had the Alpha Oscars. And it was like, what we gonna do? And we decided that we were gonna be the 5 Heartbeats. And, I'm sitting up here, we was watching the movie. We was practicing the dance moves. And I'm talking about, we wanted to make sure that we hit it. We hit it. Shout out to Scipio and Legant. I didn't really do you like that. But man, it was a dope event. And I'm talking about, we was practicing dance moves. We went to the Salvation Army or the Goodwill in order to get some We got our gear. We had clothes. We had the whole costume ready to rock and roll. And he logged off. And so the day of the show, like, we had no idea. Like, it was one of those situations in which when you do something, you sign up for something and you don't know what the impact is going to be. But you put time into it, you put the work in. You put the work in. And so we put the work in. We went out and we put on the show. We did Hard as a House, and we did the what's the other song we did, E? Can't think of the other song that we did. But when I tell you we killed it, we absolutely killed it. I'm talking about, like, people still, I reposted the memory, and all the comments was like, I wish I could live that over again. I want to see the tape. I wish I remember that. I'll never forget that. And it started something. Like, we couldn't do the 5 Heartbeats again, but we did the 5 Heartbeats the first year. The second year we did we got None But Love. None But Love was the other song we did. Appreciate it. We did Jodeci one year, and we did New Edition the second year. New Edition was pretty solid, but that took more work than the 5 Heartbeats. New Edition, because they had full dance moves. It's a good thing that we was all athletes, because we all would have been winded. We had lost one of the members of the group, so we only had 4 people for the New Edition joint. But the New Edition was a memorable one. What up, bro? I know he out there got the front 9 going, at least in 2 of those games that he started today. And when I tell you, we had, like, doing Jodeci was the only one that really got me in trouble. But that 5 Heartbeats, that's what I was doing a whole lot of. When I came out, we was out there. I came out and I was hitting them with the body roll that come with this. And I had a girlfriend at the time, she ain't like that. But back to the 5 Heartbeats. The 5 Heartbeats, like, that touched people in a different kind of way. It brought them all in. And for the people that didn't know us, they knew the beats. They knew them beats. Them damn beats. Like, I wish I wish I could find the tape. I think one of our friends, he has the tape, or had the tape, and trying to get it converted. But dang, one of my dogs farted in here. That's crazy. He's trying to get it converted. And so, but that's one of those. It was one of those moments that, hey man, we'd love to have you, brother. We'd love to have you. That when it happened, everybody that was there, it took over the whole show. People won awards that day, but it was the school didn't record it. I don't think the school recorded it, but everybody that was there, remember that show. There's a whole bunch of stuff that happened on the campus. The basketball team was okay. Football team was never good while we were there. But they remember those dudes who were the 5 Heartbeats. They remember that. All right, man. I appreciate it, man. Hey, keep up the good work, man. Hey, if y'all go follow, just go follow C Magic. If y'all can follow C Magic Happy. It's some good content. He got a whole bunch of tricks, yo. But man, that was a good time, yo. You know what? And also, since last week, my wife and I, we went skating. We went to go celebrate one of my cousin's birthdays up in North Carolina. We little 1 day trip, turn around and come on back, And it's absolutely labeled the Five Heartbeats, Arkansas State Five Heartbeats. But we went to North Carolina and we went to a skating rink. Now, this is my problem when it comes to skating rink. Well, going skating. Skating doesn't seem like one of those activities. It don't seem like one of those activities that you gotta get ready for. Like you just go do it. But when you get to be Figueroa, what up though? When you get to be my age and you don't skate like that all the time, you gotta stretch. You can't just go skate. And I had just drove like a little bit over almost 4 hours. Took 4 hours to get there. You get out the car and you go straight to the skating rink. The level of stretching that needs to take place is something that's probably not that appropriate for a skating rink. Like they're gonna be looking like, yo, who's the old guy? Who is the old dude over there in a full stretch? Me. That was gonna be me. Like I stretched a little bit, but I was still too stiff. I was too stiff to try stuff. I was way too stiff to try stuff. And the times that I've been skating, hadn't been that many people there. I'm one of those people like, listen, I don't mind falling when there's not a lot of people there. But when you got people skating real fast and they trying to do stunts and they don't seem like they paying attention, I'm not the person that's just going to be cool with you running into me. I'm not going to be cool with that because I feel like you should have watched where you were going. If you're not watching where you're going and you skating all fast and I'm out here, and got my hands all up in the air, we're going to have a problem because I'm bigger than you. I was bigger than almost everybody. The only people that was bigger than me, they was falling on their own. Listen. I was not in the mood to be falling this weekend. And so I'm just like, I just go forward. As long as don't nobody run into me, all will be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. As long as don't nobody run into me. Now, I can skate backwards a little bit. I can skate backwards enough to go around. I can go around backwards multiple times. I can go around. Not a problem. I struggle with going around when I got people skating real fast by me. You gonna try to skate by me real fast. Shoom. I'm like, listen. No, I don't be all on the wall. But look, these folks skating by me real fast. Listen, man, y'all run into me. I can see you coming because if I'm skating backwards, I can see you. You see me struggling, and people that know how to skate, that skate like that, they skate like they skating by themselves. Ain't nobody else out there with them. They just skating by themselves. My brother said 2-on-4. There was a couple 2-on-4s. There was a whole group of 2-on-4s in there, and one of them, it was two of them. One of them could skate a whole lot better than the other. I don't want to mess up my pronouns, but they were dressed like she's, and so she was skating hard and fast. She could skate. I would give her that. She could have been an extra roll bounce. She could skate. She could skate up ass off. But at the same time, fam, listen. don't run into me. It's gonna be bad. If you run into me, it's gonna be bad. Like, I'm not little. I feel contact near me, elbows coming up, kapoo, kapoo. And I don't wanna be that guy. And they be like, yo, this is some hate. this is hate. Hate was the only reason why he did this. Like, we couldn't even have fun because there was too many people skating real fast. Shoo, shoo, shoo. Now this is the other thing. From the time that I first started skating, you don't know the whole skate culture. You go there, you go rent your skates, and then you just go skate, and then you put your skates up. When your feet start hurting, it's over with. Your shins start hurting, your big toe hurt because you don't know how to stop or whatever. All right, it's time to shut it down. Y'all ready? Cool. This new skate culture where they got, but normally when you skating, you gotta try to go through, weave through people. It's only one. Now these people skating with each other. They dudes skating and holding each other hands and arms, and 4 or 5 girls all lined up holding each other, skating around. And I'm like, y'all in the way. All y'all, listen. I am a runaway 18-wheeler while I'm on them skates. Stopping is going to be an adventure when I'm going too fast. Reversing is going to be a problem. And if you are in my way, hey, I'm not swerving. I'm not going to be the only one that fall. We fall. Every time I got on listen, it was so crazy. So every time you know, when you at the skating rink, they got the carpeted area is up, and then you got to step down and get onto the skating rink. Well, it's almost like trying to enter in on a highway in the left lane. There's one area on 285 in which you enter in on the left side. It's out there close to Stone Mountain. You come in on the left side. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. What up, Dress? Blues Bear. You don't come out. Don't nobody want to come in on the fast side. And so they tell all the slow skaters skate around in the middle, leave the outside for the fast skaters. And so here you are. Trying to get out into in traffic, into the fast traffic from a stop. My skates don't go that fast. I don't know why, but my skates don't go that fast. And so I'm looking, I'm waiting on somebody to come past. I'm like, shit, if I would have got out in front of y'all, it would have been bad. Both of us was going down. I had to put my turn signal on, like, hey, I'm on my way out. I am on my way out. And I'm out. And I'm gone. I had a good time though, but the scene was interesting. My brother mentioned Tu Wong food, and part of the reason why that is because there was an abundance. There was an abundance of alternative lifestyles in there, which still had a good time. Didn't make it any less interesting. Like, it was very interesting. It was very the scene in general was very interesting. And then the age range was weird because there was some people. It was a couple people in there that probably could have been my parents. And then that night, it went all the way down to 18. Now, when you get to be 40, if you're not weird, 18-year-olds are little. Because they can be your kid. Like, I'm 42. I'll be 43 in a few months. All the 18-year-olds, I wanted to tell them to go to bed. It wasn't even 10:30. I was like, hey, you need to go to bed. You need to go to bed. Like, they were tiny. They were like really little. They're like miniature people. And I was like, yo, Y'all too little to be up in here. Do you see this little pervert dude over here trying to hope that somebody falls so he can pick them up by their booty and their breasts and be like, oh, let me help you. Let me help you. And all the while, in his mind, oh, let me help you. Yeah. Let's get you. Oh, I can't quite pick you up. Listen. Come on, man. We're not doing this. Like, I need to skate. I want to skate with some. I feel like right now I need to skate with some senior citizens. And I know some of them can skate. Bishop Olds be out there skating like a mud. Like, he can skate. But I need to skate with some people that got to get up in the morning. I want to skate with some people that's worried about their insurance. Like, hey, my insurance coming in? Like, those are the people that I want to skate with. Not the people that still feel like I'll be alright. The people that feel like they gonna be alright, they skate fast, backwards, and do stunts and turn around and be you know, they don't care. They have nothing to lose. I can't be that person. Can't be around that person. I mentioned earlier, I feel like my skate's slow, and it might not be the skates, it might just be me, but I'm not sure. I can't go no faster than what I go. And I hope I ain't got too much weight on my skates, because I see most of the people that was going fast were skinny. It was a couple big dudes, but I still know it's only so fast that I'm gonna go anyway. I don't know if I would want to go that fast because I don't want to be a runaway 18-wheeler. But I've been wanting to lose weight, but my wife be hating. My wife is a hater. My wife, I feel like this might be inappropriate. She a chubby chaser a little bit. Like, if it was skinny dudes in the room, I would not feel threatened. But if it was a big dude in there, now I might have to look at him upside his head like, hey, let's stick my stomach out. We have a stomach stick out contest because we got to make sure. Like, hey, I'm bigger than you. And so here's a problem. I was talking earlier today about when I came back from South Korea, and I came back from South Korea for one of my cousin's funerals, and when I tell you I was in tip-top shape. That's Harley. She want to say what's up. I was in tip-top shape. And when I say tip-top, I was probably about 196 pounds. I hadn't been that small since high school. So I was feeling good. I was feeling good about myself. Had a little six-pack outline. It wasn't there yet, but it was just the outline where you could tell I had done like 14 sit-ups every day for like 6 weeks. And you could see it. You can see it. And when I got back, she was like, "Oh, you too little. Oh, you too little." And I was thinking to myself, like, this is the best shape that I've ever been in as an adult. This is the best shape I had been in since I was 18. And you talking about I was too little. She was saying like I was too little, like I'll try you. You heard what I said. Like she was on that, like I'll try you. You too small. But I was thinking to myself, like, I'm still bigger than you. By a lot. Like, at that time, I think my wife like 5'6". At that time, she couldn't have been 130, 140. No bigger than that. She was in a 4. But she was tiny. Like she was like I had a 50-pound advantage. You see two people in the ring. with a 50-pound advantage. You looking at them like this shouldn't even happen. And so every time, like I'm about to try to get back in shape one time for the last time. And I feel like she gonna hate. Before, when I started losing weight, I get down to about 215, 220, and she'll start making cakes. What up, Angie? This size 4. That's what I said. Size 4. She started making cakes when I get small. Super hater move, if you ask me. Super hater move. I'm glad she's still here, so you can hear me talk trash. Like, at 6'2", 225, 6'2", 220, people will look at me like, you see dudes in the NBA, and they'll look at, let's just say somebody like, let me see who's 6'2". Like, Kyrie Irving is 6'2". But Kyrie Irving might barely be 180 pounds. And nobody, I'm just going to look at this up right quick. Let me see if I can find this right quick. See how much Kyrie Irving weighs. Because he's not a small person. If you stand next to Kyrie, or even if you stand next to Steph Curry is an inch taller. Come on now. Let me use Steph Curry for an example. I think Steph Curry might be a little bigger. Might be a little bigger than Kyrie. Steph Curry weight. I want to know how much he weighs. Come on now. Get this weight and height. He 185 pounds. I still would have been 40 pounds bigger than Steph Curry. And Steph Curry done put on weight. And my wife like, no. But she was clearly wanting me to look like a linebacker, not like a point guard. When people ask me, hey, so what sport did you play? I be like, basketball. I know I look like a middle linebacker now. Blame her. People look at me like, yo, you was a thick point guard. You was thick. First of all, pause. Not thick. I am now. You look at me now and you think, oh yeah, I could try you. But I could beat you. People see me now and feel like they could beat me in basketball because I'm not as skinny and slim as I used to be. But I tell somebody, man, I'll beat your ass. I'll be looking at them like, I'll tear your ass up. I wonder if I still got that clip, that Vigilante clip, where Vigilante was talking about how good of a basketball player he was. And I feel like I was sitting there and I was looking at him like, I'll beat your ass. I'll beat you, Vigilante. I did not upload it, but it's a hilarious clip. But speaking of basketball, I wanted to talk about this because there's a lot of people who talk about what it is that they would do if they were in said situations. And the John Morant thing is interesting to me because he just got suspended indefinitely because he was on social media. He was on Instagram holding up his pistol in the camera in the club, and of course people are like, yo, how'd you get that? First of all, why? Why? For what? But then secondly, and the first thing they talk about is you have this amount of money. you got this amount of money in order to get yourself out of these situations that it look like you're trying to portray that you still in. And you know, and it was interesting to me because I was watching Rick Bucher earlier today. He was on, I think he was on like Speak, and it was weird. It was weird to hear this come from a white dude. It was weird to hear this come from a white dude, but it was also, it made a lot of sense. But still, you ever heard something that you be like, you know what? Not that you wouldn't know or couldn't know or be able to put yourself in their shoes, but that was a good point you made. I'm gonna give you props for that good point. And one of the things he said was, it's a lot of people, it's a lot of celebrities, it's a lot of athletes. And he was primarily talking about athletes that they put in the work that they put in order to get themselves and their family out of a situation. Like I'm just trying to get my family out the hood. I'm just trying to get my family out of poverty. And it was one of the things I'm paraphrasing, but he said a lot of people forget how far that they've came, like how far that they've gotten. Not that you've like you've made it. People look at you like you've made it, but people also, that same person, forget how far that they've gotten, and what it took for them to get there. Because not everybody get these opportunities. And for him to be at a club waving a gun or even holding a gun, or even on social media, like holding a gun up on social media on your Instagram, it ain't like somebody just caught you on theirs. Like, you was on yours and you did it to your people. Come on, man. Like, you're like, yeah, look what I got, boy. Look at this little 22 gun. Like, first of all, I don't know. It was one of those things, I think, I don't want to be the old guy, but I was like, yo, that wasn't cool at all. Like, I did not feel like, I like Ja Morant more because he did that. Like, it was weird because it felt real unnecessary. It was weird. And, I think at some point you need to have people around you that will tell you, like, yo, you can't do stuff like that. Like, you can't, I don't care. I don't care that, hey, you might get mad at me, but I feel better as the dude. If I'm the dude who said, hey, yo, you shouldn't do that, or these things right here ain't cool, because it just ain't cool. It's going to get you in trouble. It's going, even if you telling him that for a selfish purpose, like, listen, fam, if you keep this up, you gonna mess this up for us. You gonna mess this up for us. How would you mess this up for us? Listen, if you get in trouble, then we can't go to NBA All-Star Weekend. We can't sit courtside no more. We can't eat at these 5-star restaurants that we used to eat at. We can't buy out the bar. And I say we because I'm just going to attach. Like, I think the hard part about when it comes to when somebody says, like, hey, I wouldn't, or this person needs, I wouldn't dare do that. I'd just be happy to have all my money. I wouldn't go nowhere. Well, the unfortunate part is they will go. You will go somewhere that you don't know. And you will go somewhere. Now, I'm not gonna say that you're gonna do something stupid and hold a gun up on Instagram while you're in the club, but I'm also saying that you'll probably be more likely to have something on you or somebody around you to protect you. You gotta make sure that you are protected. I understand that. I get that. I get wanting to feel like, hey, I'm protected. What's up, listener, Ashley? I want to feel like I'm protected. So yeah, you might want to make sure that you're protected. But if you got that type of bread, then it might be beneficial to hire a service. Listener, Ashley sent a request. Let me just see what's going on here. I know I normally don't do this. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see. Alright, I accepted that. Let's see what's going to happen here. This is interesting. What up, though, Ashley? Alright. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I'm not sure what's going on. Hey, I see a hand. And yeah, that's what's up. So anyway, like I was saying, what's up, little guy? All right. But yeah, I appreciate you joining, man. Go ahead and shut it on down, buddy. Let's get you on up out of here.
No, Daddy.
Yeah, that's pretty weird. All right, so hey, this used to happen all the time. I don't know who they was talking about. What up, though? But listen, you have one of those situations where, say hello to Harley. You have one of those situations in which you got a high level of bread, and you got to make sure that you're not doing anything that's going to take away from. You're not going to take away from the money. I understand protecting yourself, but you can't do anything that's going to take away from the money. You can't do anything that's going to take away from the brand. And if you built this brand based on, hey, I'm an NBA player, and I'm a point guard, and whatever the brand is going to be. Hey, man, people got receipts, They know you went to a private school. They see your dad at the games and stuff like that. They know you wasn't raised crazy. They can tell what town you came from. Like, and if you're on the Papa Doc side of the game, like, they know this is not the time to be out in public doing goofy stuff. If you're out here being goofy, then, you're going to get called on it. You can't be out here like this. You just can't be out here doing stuff like that. And, it's a whole lot of, unfortunately, there's a whole lot of yes people because they still want to be in that crew and they still want to be like, hey, I'll enable this behavior because I don't want him to get mad. I want him to still hang with me. But at the same time, like I said before, you got to have those people that's going to be like, no, man, you can't. You got to at least one person. You got to have that one person that you trust enough that when they say no, or whatever it is, that you stop. That you stop. You need to have, I think every celebrity should at least have one person. What up, Nicole? That when they say that ain't cool, it's over. It's over. And I don't care who it is, but that person needs to be there at all times, or as much as possible. As much as possible. You had a person that's going to say, don't do that, then you would hope that you wouldn't need it, but You gotta trust somebody. You gotta have somebody that could stop you from making those types of decisions. And at 23, my buddies and I, we did that for each other in college. Now, there are times we did make some bad decisions. We did it more so when it came to women. Like, we wanted to make sure that, we went out here doing sucker stuff when it came to girls. But at the same time, Mr. Antoine was good. At the same time, we didn't allow each other to make bad decisions. The one time that I allowed my friends to make a bad decision. I told this story before, but it was after a party. My buddy was driving my truck, and two of my other roommates were in the other truck. The guy that was driving my truck, he looked over, he was like, man, we should race him. And I should have said no. Well, Oasis Gardens was good. I should have said no, and I didn't. He said, we should race him. But, why not? We were on campus. Boom, they took off. Next thing you know, police lights were behind us. It was like, should we pull over? Yeah, we should definitely pull over. And so, police officer walked up to our car. He was like, yo, were you guys racing? No, we wasn't racing. We just driving a little fast. So he leaves our car, and going to my buddy's car. It was like, yo, I guess they had their conversation. And when he came back, he said, hey, your friend up there in the car, up there, he said y'all won. Wait, what? Yeah, he said y'all won. All right, well, I guess we did. I guess we did win. Sure, fine, sure. But I should have said no, because a whole lot of bad stuff could have happened that night. Racing SUVs is already a bad idea from the beginning. Like, that's a horrible idea. What up, Steve? What up, Carter? It's a horrible idea. Should not be out here racing SUVs. You've never seen SUV racing on TV, online. This is a bad idea. And I should have been the person. It was my vehicle. I should have been like, no, man, don't be out here racing my shit. But I didn't. But all worked out. Everything worked out. One thing that's getting ready to be dope right now is that everything worked out, but in 5 days, it would be the 12-year reunion of me leaving South Korea for good. And the day that I got stuck in Narita Airport for 19 hours. I felt like it was a movie. I felt like it was a movie. And so here's the crazy thing. I have my going away party, the night before. I'm like, listen, I got this long flight, so I'm gonna party my ass off all the way up until it's time for me to get to the airport. And so I did that. I'm talking about the party started early, and I was just kicking it. I was drinking and kicking it and kicking it and drinking it. I go try to wake up the guy that was supposed to take me to the bus station. He's knocked out. So now I got to try to call a cab. I get to the bus station as the bus is pulling off. This is the only one I was going to be able to take in order to get to my flight on time. I stop the bus, hop on that joint, and get to the airport. Now, I slept. I'm sleeping. I wake up. We at the airport. It was an hour ride. I wake up at the airport. I got 45 minutes to get, I'm talking about through the internet, this the international side, because I'm going back home, 45 minutes to get my bags checked, to go through customs, to go through their TSA, and to get to the plane. When I tell you they ran me through the airport like I was OJ in the Hearst commercial, like I'm talking about that, I skipped all the lines. I was like, listen, y'all don't want me to stay. Now with the fun I just had, y'all don't want me to stay again, because we gonna have to run this back if I get stuck. And so they ran me through all the, boom, stamped me out. I'm on my way out. Boom, be straight. I fly. We now get on the plane. I have no idea about any kind of weather or anything like that, because I've been partying all night. I'm still wasted. Like, I'm running through the airport, and this is the first time. If anybody has ever put on those beer goggles that they have for like driver's ed, like I felt like I had like real live beer goggles. Like it was real, woo, woo, like the dramatizations. And I get on the plane, we take off, we land. When we fly to Japan, my plane landed right behind an earthquake and a tsunami that hit Japan. Had the whole island tow up. I don't even know why they allowed us to land. It was only a 2-hour flight. I don't even know why they allowed us to land. But when we land, it is total chaos. It is total chaos everywhere. Like, when I tell you, it was people crying, it was people panicking on the phone. And I'm like, yo, what the hell is going on? And when they tell me that a tsunami has hit and there are no flights leaving, and there have been no flights leaving, I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Like, the guy, I was calling home because I was like, listen, I don't know when I'm gonna leave. There was a guy next to me, and I was like, yo, we're gonna be stuck for 5 days. 5 days that they were gonna be stuck. And the crazy thing about them being stuck for 5 days, he made mention to the person, I guess he was talking to customer service, and his kid didn't have medicine for 5 days, like he wasn't gonna have medicine, and like it was legit chaos. For some reason, I have no idea how my wife was able to, like, we were just dating at that time, how my wife was able to get an airlines to give her information as far as me being on that flight. You know, they don't tell you this stuff. I have no idea to this day what she told them to get them to give her that information. When I tell you, I'm sitting there, I'm in the airport, and there are people walking around with cardboard boxes to lay on because they weren't going to be able to go anywhere. So that was their bed, a cardboard box. I got all the bags that I have from the 2 years that I was over in South Korea, the stuff that I decided I was going to bring back. I had that. All of it. And now I'm still wasted, yo. I'm still wasted. Like, I gotta try to figure out, like, all right, how am I getting home? And when is somebody gonna have some information for me? The airport is about to close. And all these people are in there stranded. I take a nap. I can't hardly sleep because there's so much going on around me. And I have no idea about when I'm gonna be able to leave. D Neville's, what's good? I have no idea about when I'm gonna be able to leave. I finally get some news. Hey, you're gonna be able to fly to Shanghai. You're gonna be able to fly to Shanghai, and then you'll be able to get back to get back home. Man, we were just talking about Choir Boy earlier today. That's what's up, brother. Listen, when I tell you, I was so happy. I was so happy to get to Shanghai. I saw Usher in Shanghai. I didn't speak to him, but I realized how small he was. He was with a white lady and a big black dude, and he was walking in the middle. And I did not realize that he was legit like 5'8", but he looked smaller than that because the white lady was taller than him, and the black dude that he was with, I'm guessing it was his bodyguard, was way bigger than him. But in that airport, I got, you know when somebody sneak diss you and you don't really realize, but you can't say nothing because you need something from them. And in Shanghai, I was going through their customs because I got to go through all that stuff all over again. I show them my passport. When I took my passport picture, I was like 240 pounds. At this time, on the way back from South Korea, I was down to about 196, maybe right at 200. So fam look at my my passport, and he's looking at it. He's looking at me. Look at my passport. Who looks at me? Nelly B, what's up? Looks at my passport and he's looking at me, and I'm looking at him like, who the hell you think this is? This is me. I'm getting agitated all over again. Like, why you keep looking at this passport like it's not me? And he looks at me again, and he's fat. What? Fam, I lost some weight. I'm not a whole different person. You know what? If I ain't have to get home, I come around there. I have to come around there because I don't like that. Like, the one word that a whole bunch of Asian people knew was fat. Oh yeah. Yeah. I didn't like that at all. Like, I was so disappointed. He hit me with a sneak diss. But it was out loud and I couldn't do nothing about it. Like, it would have been one thing for him to be like, yo, you've lost weight. You were smaller in person than you are in this picture. Man, good job. No, he's fat. This is big head person. Like, if he didn't look at it was like 4 times, you know, you look. Shit. I don't know. We gotta call somebody else in here because, you know, unfortunately, this was one of those situations where the stereotype didn't work out, where all black people look the same. Like, I've had some of my students call me Shaq, Obama, and any baseball player, and I know none of those people look the same outside of them being black. And so for him to look at my picture 14 times and look at me and look at my picture all those damn times, I felt some kind of way. But I couldn't be too mad because although I had been over in Asia for all that time, couldn't tell them apart. Like, I would still struggle being able to tell a Japanese person from a Korean person, from a Chinese person, somebody that might be Filipino or from Taiwan. And I'm gonna leave y'all with this. I messed up one day. Y'all, it was good. You right on time. I messed up one day. And so by my mom's house, I used to run. It was a mile up a hill. It was 1.1 miles up a hill and on the way back. And on the way back, you go up and go around the corner, there was an Asian guy. Now, his last name was Park. And so in my mind, park. It's a bunch of Korean parks. I'm running my ass off, and I'm like, I saw him, and I was like, one day when I see him, I'm gonna speak. And when I turned that corner, he just happened to be standing outside, and I was like, let me hit him with some of this Korean. 안녕하세요. And he yells back at me, not Korean. Oh, sorry. Hi. That's my bad. Hi, man. My bad. I never spoke to him again. I felt so embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. I'm like, yo, I just knew I was about to crush it with this Korean that I was about to drop on him. I've been over there for 2 years. I know that I was gonna say that part right, and then we was gonna kick up the story about some Korean stories. It's like I'm from Japan. I'm like, who? They gave you the wrong last name then, buddy. Like, it might have been Lee, could have been Park, but it was the wrong last name. I was so disappointed. And with that being said, listen, I think one of these kids up right now. I think one of them little girls up. I might have been too loud. So, good people, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I gotta go ahead and shut this thing down. So like I say, on every show, listen, before you go, keep that same energy shirt that I have on right now. You can order yours today on the 710 Print Shop website. That's www.the710printshop. That's THE710PRINTSHOP.com. Just keep that same energy shirt. Got some other dope stuff on there as well. But listen, good people, until next time, y'all stay safe out in these streets and don't be out here doing goofy stuff that might help you mess up the bag. We don't want you to fumble that bag by doing goofy shit. So y'all be safe, enjoy the sun. If you got allergies, sorry for you. Pollen in Georgia is whack. It's rough out there in these streets. So y'all be safe. I'm out. Let's go. We go. Good night. Go to sleep. Go to bed. Oh, what is that? It's still going. Hey.